Now we start one interesting article in our topic mathematical logic, which is named as quantifiers and quantified statements. So first we see what is meant by these quantifiers, and for these quantifiers observe here two statements which I have written. First statement denoted by P: there exists an even prime number in the set of natural numbers, and Q statement is all natural numbers are positive. दोन्ही स्टेटमेंट तुमच्या बऱ्यापैकी परिचयाचे आहेत असं म्हणायला काय हरकत नाहीये. सेट ऑफ नॅचरल नंबर्स मध्ये फक्त एकच प्राइम नंबर असतो आणि तो काय असतो, तर एकच इव्हन प्राइम नंबर असतो, तो असतो 2. सो हियर वी राइट देयर एक्झिस्ट एन इव्हन प्राइम नंबर इन द सेट ऑफ नॅचरल नंबर्स, and for this Q we write all natural numbers are positive. So here if you observe these two statements, here first is there exist, I underline this statement, and then set of natural numbers, and here all, and second is natural numbers. So here these two statements consist of one condition and second is collection of object. So here this there exist tells us condition, and this set of natural numbers is collection of our objects. So these two words, first is there exist and all, are called as quantifiers. So, and when we use this quantifier and we write a statement, it is called as a quantified statement. So here we have two quantifiers and two quantified statements, because in these two statements we use quantifiers. First quantifier we use here is there exist, and second is all. Now we have to name these two quantifiers as, first quantifier there exist is called as there exist हा जो quantifier आहे त्याला आपण म्हणणार आहोत existential quantifier. Existential quantifier. And for this all, in words we see this quantifier as universal quantifier. So these are names for these two quantifiers. There exist is called as existential quantifier, or is called as universal quantifier, and in symbol we denote this quantifier there exist by using this symbol. जसा आपला कॅपिटल ई असतो तोच सेम जर आपण उलट्या साइडने काढला तर तो सिम्बॉल होईल देयर एक्झिस्टचा. अँड फॉर ऑल वी यूज दिस सिम्बॉल कॅपिटल ए विथ दिस स्लीपिंग लाइन. सो दिस इज सिम्बॉल फॉर अवर युनिवर्सल क्वांटिफायर फॉर ऑल, अँड दिस इज द सिम्बॉल फॉर अवर existential quantifier there exist. So these two quantifiers when used in our statement, it is called as quantified statement. So this P statement with existential quantifier is true when there exists an even prime number in the set of natural numbers, and all of you know that there exists one even prime number which is 2, belongs to natural number, and so this P statement have truth value true. And for this Q statement, all of you know that all natural numbers are positive, because natural numbers are start with 1, and so again this Q, that is quantified statement Q, have truth value true. Now we have to see example related to this quantified statement. Now we solve example related to this quantified statement. So see here example, we have given a set 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, that is with 6 elements. Determine the truth value of each of the following. By using this set, we have to determine truth value of these 6 quantified statements. here you observe there are quantifiers. Here our quantifier is there exists, that is our existential quantifier, and statement with this quantifier is called as quantified statement. Then second is for all. Again third, there exists for all, there exists for all. So here we have 6 statements with 3 quantifiers of existential and 3 of universal. So we start with our first statement. Our first statement is there exists x belongs to A such that x minus 8 is equal to 1. That is, in this set A there exists at least one element x such that subtraction of x minus 8 is equal to 1. So you have to find here this x. So if you take our first element, that is 3. So if we substitute 3 for this x, it gives 3 minus 8, that is minus 5. So which is not equal to 1. Then we take second element 5. 5 minus 8, it gives minus 3. Then we take third element 7 minus 8, it gives minus 1. Then we take fourth element 9, and if we substitute 9 for this x, it gives 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. So here for this 9 we can say that x minus 8 is equal to 1. Again if we substitute this 11 and 12, 11 gives 3 and 12 gives 4. So there exists x belongs to A such that is here we have to find x, and x is equal to, so here x is equal to 9 belongs to A such that x minus 8 is equal to 1. म्हणजे आपण इथं असा एक x शोधला की ज्याच्यासाठी हे इक्वेशन काय झालं, ट्रू झालं. सो ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू ऑफ दिस फर्स्ट क्वांटिफाइड स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. Then we see our second statement. Here our quantifier is for all. So for all x belongs to A, this addition of x square and x is an even number. So we start with first element. If we take square of this 3, it is 9, and 9 plus 3, it gives 12. So 12 is an even number. So this 3 satisfies our condition. Then we take our second element 5, that is 25 plus 3, again it is a prime number 28. So this 5 also satisfies. Similarly, up to our last element, these all elements satisfies this condition. X square plus x is an even number. So all x, but for all x belongs to A, this equation is an even number. So again truth value of this second statement is true. Now we see third statement, that is there exists x belongs to A. Remember difference between this for all and there exists. There exists means we have to find at least one element, and for all means we have to check condition for all elements. So for this third statement, our statement tells us there exists x belongs to A such that x square is less than 0. There is no need to check this condition because all of you know that every square is a positive quantity. So x square less than 0 is our fourth statement. कोणत्याही संख्येचा स्क्वेअर निगेटिव्ह येत नाही, मग ती पॉझिटिव्ह असेल किंवा निगेटिव्ह असेल. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज फॉल्स. नाउ प्रोसीड टू फोर्थ स्टेटमेंट. फॉर ऑल x belongs to A, x is an even number. सो हे स्टेटमेंट काय सांगेल आपल्याला की सगळे x असे आहेत की जे इवन नंबर आहेत. इफ यू ऑब्झर्व दिस सेट, इन दिस सेट देयर इज ओनली वन even number, that is 12. So this is our condition for this x belongs to A. For all x belongs to A, x is an even number, does not satisfy for this for all. If instead of this for all there is a symbol of there exists, then we can say that this truth value is true. But for all it is false. So truth value is false. Now fifth statement tells us there exists x belongs to A such that 3x plus 8 greater than 40. तिथं कमीत कमी एक असा x आपल्याला शोधायचा आहे की ज्याच्यासाठी 3x plus 8 greater than 40 आहे. So if we take this 3 into 3, 9 plus 8, it is 17. So for 3 this condition fails. Then if we substitute 5, 15 plus 8, it is 23. Again it fails. Then we substitute 7 into 3, 21 plus 8, it gives 29. So again for this 7 this condition falls. Then we take 9 into 3, 27 plus 8 it gives 35. So here it is false. Now substitute 11 into 3, that is 33 plus 8, it is 41, and which is greater than 40. And for this 12 also this condition is satisfied, so truth value is T. Now for this last statement, for all x belongs to A, 2x plus 9 is greater than 14. Again check for each and. So substitute 3, 2 into 3, that is 6 plus 9, 14. जर ह्या 3 साठीच व्हॅल्यू तुमची 14 पेक्षा जास्त येत असेल तर निश्चित सगळ्या पुढच्या व्हॅल्यू 3 पेक्षा मोठे आहेत. सो फॉर ऑल x belongs to A, 2x plus 9 is greater than 14, and so truth value is T. In examination for 2 marks 2 statements are given, and for 3 marks 3 statements are given for this quantified statement and its truth value. So remember the difference between first quantifier existential and second quantifier for all. So there exists at least one element. कमीत कमी एक एलिमेंट असा हवाय की जो ही कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय करेल. तर तुम्ही ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू टी घ्या, आणि फॉर ऑल म्हटलं की तुमच्या प्रत्येक एलिमेंटसाठी जर कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय झाली तर ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू तुमची ट्रू असेल, अदरवाइज इट इज फॉल्स. सो दिस इज अबाउट क्वांटिफाइड स्टेटमेंट अँड इट्स ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू. Now we see next article related to this mathematical logic, that is dual of a statement. So before going to dual, first we have to remember 2 letters. First is small t. This small t we use for tautology, and small c we use it for contradiction. So remember these notations. Tautology we use small t, and for contradiction we use small c. So what is mean by this dual? If there are 2 statements containing logical connectives like or, and letters T and C, then they are said to be duals of each other if one of them is obtained from the other by interchanging or with and T with C. जर दोन स्टेटमेंट मध्ये लॉजिकल कनेक्टिव्ह असतील और अँड किंवा लेटर्स यूज केले असतील स्मॉल टी स्मॉल सी, तर त्या दोन स्टेटमेंट्सना आपण एकमेकांचे डुएल आहोत असे कधी म्हणणार आहोत, जेव्हा एका स्टेटमेंट पासून दुसऱ्या स्टेटमेंटचं डुएल लिहिताना आपण रिप्लेसमेंट कशाची करतोय किंवा इंटरचेंज काय करतोय, और आणि अँड. सो ऑरच्या जागेवर आपल्याला अँड रिप्लेस करायचं आहे, अँडच्या जागेवर और. आणि जर लेटर्स असतील टी आणि सी तर आपण टी आणि सी सुद्धा इंटरचेंज करणार आहोत. तर त्या दोन स्टेटमेंटला तुम्ही म्हणाल दे आर डुएल्स ऑफ ईच अदर. सो दिस इज व्हेरी इझी क्वेश्चन्स फॉर दिस mathematical logic which carries 2 or 3 marks. If there are 2 statements then it carries 2 marks, and if there are 3 statements it carries 3 marks. So we solve example. So question is, write the duals of each of the following. We have to write duals. So here our first statement is P or Q and R. We have to concentrate only on 4 symbols. That is, first is or, second is and if there are letters T and C. So change फक्त आपण ह्या 4 सिम्बॉल मध्येच करणार आहोत. बाकीचे सिम्बॉल्स आपल्याला ॲज इट इज ठेवायचे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल कंडिशनल, बाय कंडिशनल, निगेशन. इफ देअर इन युअर स्टेटमेंट यू कांट इंटरचेंज दॅट सिम्बॉल्स. यू हॅव टू इंटरचेंज ओनली or, and, T and C. So if we have to write dual of this statement, so we write here dual is. So for dual we have to replace this or and. So dual becomes P. We replace this or by and. Again bracket as it is. Your statement as it is Q, and for this and we replace or. So this is the dual of this P or Q and R. So dual becomes P and we replace this or by and we replace this and by or. So we concentrate only or and. Now take second statement. Second statement is P or Q and R or S. Again we concentrate on these 3 symbols, because we have to interchange these three symbols. So dual is, we write bracket as it is, statement as it is. So P, we replace OR by AND, P and Q. Now we replace this AND by OR. And again write bracket as it is, this statement R as it is, and replace this OR by AND. So this is the dual of our second statement. So this is our first dual, then second. Now take this third example, negation P or Q and negation OR and S. We concentrate only on OR and, not on this negation. So dual becomes, we write bracket as it is, then this negation as it is, then symbol of P, so negation P as it is. We replace this OR by AND, then Q, we complete this bracket, and now we replace this AND by OR. Again bracket as it is, this negation as it is, negation OR, and now replace this AND by OR, S, and then complete bracket. So remember this dual, if there is negation, you carry negation as it is, because we doesn't replace this negation, we replace only OR and if there is T or C. So this is the dual of our third statement. Now for this fourth statement we have to write dual. So dual of the statement is, here first is symbol of this C, and C represent contradiction, and we have to replace this C by T. So our dual is T. We replace this C by T. OR is replaced by AND. Then bracket as it is, P as it is. And now replace this AND by OR. So OR, again bracket as it is, Q as it is, and replace this OR by AND. Complete that. So this is the dual of our fourth statement. And now for this fifth statement we write dual as, first bracket as it is, P, we replace OR by AND, P and Q, and then we replace this OR by and we replace this letter C by small t. So dual of fifth statement, P or Q or C is P and Q and T. So to write duals, we interchange symbols of OR and we interchange letters of T and C. T denotes tautology, C denotes contradiction. So student, you have to remember we have 5 connectives, that is first is conjunction, second is disjunction, then conditional, biconditional and negation. Out of these, for our connective conditional, or you can say implication, for implication we can obtain 3 another implications called as converse, inverse and contrapositive. म्हणजे जे आपलं कंडिशनल स्टेटमेंट आहे त्याचे अजून 3 कंडिशनल स्टेटमेंट एक्झिस्ट होतात आणि त्याला आपण म्हणतो कॉन्वर्स, इनवर्स आणि कॉन्ट्रापोजिटिव्ह. सो इफ P implies Q is our given conditional statement, then symbolically this Q implies P is called the converse of P implies Q. So if P implies Q is our given conditional statement, then Q implies P is called as its a converse. Then negation P implies negation Q is called the inverse of P implies Q. So for this given conditional statement P implies Q, negation P implies negation Q is called the inverse of this conditional statement P implies Q. And finally, if we take negation Q implies negation P, then it is called as the contrapositive of this P implies Q. So you have to remember 3 words. First is converse, second is inverse and third is contrapositive. And these 3 statements are again conditional statements and which are exist for this conditional statement P implies Q. So for this P implies Q, Q implies P is the converse, negation P implies negation Q is the inverse, and negation Q implies negation P is the contrapositive. In our examination, we have to give a conditional statement that is of the form P implies Q, and we have to write its a converse, inverse and contrapositive for 3 marks. Each statement carry 1 mark. So remember, these 3 statements exist only for our conditional statement P implies Q, and again these 3 statements are also conditional statement, that is they are connected with connective if then. Now we take example related to this converse, inverse and contrapositive. So our question is, write converse, inverse and contrapositive for each of the following. So we consider first statement in our exercise, that is if x is less than y, if x is less than y, then x square is less than y square, and both x and y are real, that is x, y belongs to R. So here this is our given conditional statement which is connected by connective if then. So this is our P statement, this is our Q statement. So if P then Q. So given statement is symbolically written as P implies Q. And now first we write its converse, then we write its inverse, and then we write its contrapositive. So for this inverse, converse and contrapositive, first we write converse. Symbolically converse is denoted by Q implies P. So converse of this statement we write it as, first we write converse, then write symbolic form of converse Q implies P, and for this Q implies P, first we write our connective, that is if. So if, then we have to write Q statement, that is x square is less than y square, and then we have to write P statement, that is x is less than y. So this is our converse, that is Q implies P, and inverse we write this statement as if, we write Q statement, then we write P statement. So our statement becomes if x square is less than y square, then x is less than y, and here you can write this x y belongs to R. So this is converse of given statement which gives 1 mark. Now we write inverse. First we write symbolically, this inverse is negation P implies negation Q. That is, we have to take negation of P and negation of Q. So we start with conditional statement, that is we start with if, and now we have to take negation of this P. P statement is x is less than y, so its negation is, we take by using not less than sign, or you can use instead of not less than remaining 2 signs, that is greater than or equal to. You can choose any one of the method. So we write here if negation of P as x is greater than or equal to y. दिलेला सिम्बॉल लेस देन आहे, सो निगेशन मध्ये राहिलेले 2 सिम्बॉल्स आपण घेतले ग्रेटर दॅन और इक्वल टू. इन्स्टेड ऑफ दिस ग्रेटर दॅन इक्वल टू यू कॅन राईट नॉट लेस दॅन. तुम्हाला जे सोयीचं असेल दोन्हीपैकी ते यूज करा. देन here also we have to write negation of Q. Again it is with less than sign, so we use here x square is greater than or equal to y square, or instead of greater than equal to you can use not less than. So दोन्ही पैकी जे सोयीचं असेल ते चूज करा. Now we write contrapositive, and symbolically contrapositive is given as negation Q implies negation P. So first we write negation of Q, then we write negation of P. So here this contrapositive becomes if, first we write negation of Q, x square is not less than y square, then negation of P becomes x is not less than y. You can use not less than or you can use greater than or equal to. but condition is important. This is a conditional statement, so you must start with if. बरेच जण असे असतात का जे इफ लिहायला विसरतात. जर तुम्ही इफ लिहायला विसरला तर तुम्हाला एकही मार्क त्याचा मिळत नाही. सो जर कंडिशनल स्टेटमेंट आहे तर कंपल्सरी तुम्ही स्टार्ट कशाने कराल, इफ ने. सो दिस इज द कॉन्वर्स, Q implies P. This is the inverse, negation P implies negation Q, and this is the contrapositive, that is negation Q implies negation P. So this is a symbolic equation, you can say here. Now we see one example related to this conditional statement, inverse. So we take next example or next statement as if voltage increases, if voltage increases, then current decreases. So first divide this statement in our two prime components, that is first is P. So this is our P statement, then this our Q statement, and symbolically this statement is written as P implies Q, that is a conditional statement, or you can say that it is an implication. So this is our given statement and we have to write its converse, inverse and contrapositive. So first we write here converse. So converse the symbolic form, Q implies P. So we have to write our Q statement first and then P statement. So this converse is Q implies P. So we write it symbolically, Q implies P. And now we write inverse. We start with if. So if, then we write Q statement, if current decreases, then voltage increases. तुम्ही जर फक्त सिंबॉलिक फॉर्म लिहिला तर तुम्हाला मार्क्स नाही, तुम्हाला वर्ड फॉर्म मध्ये तो सिंबॉलिक फॉर्म कन्वर्ट करायचा आहे. सो कॉन्वर्स आला आपला इफ करंट डिक्रीजेस देन व्होल्टेज इनक्रीजेस. नाउ वी राइट इनवर्स. Symbolically inverse is given by negation P implies negation Q. So here we have to take negation of P and negation of Q. P statement is voltage increases. So negation of P becomes, जर अगदी अपोजिट वर्ड वगैरे घेऊन तुम्ही केलं तर तुम्ही निगेशन कसं म्हणा, व्होल्टेज डिक्रीजेस. किंवा जर तुम्हाला अपोजिट वर्ड नाहीच घ्यायचा आहे आणि नॉट घालायचा आहे तर कसं लिहा, इफ व्होल्टेज डज नॉट इनक्रीजेस देन करंट डज नॉट डिक्रीजेस. डज नॉट यूज केलं तरी चालेल किंवा तुम्ही डिक्रीजच्या ऐवजी इन्क्रीज आणि इन्क्रीजच्या ऐवजी डिक्रीज दिलं तरी चालेल. सो here inverse is if voltage does not increases then current does not decreases. And similarly for contrapositive we write negation of Q first and then we write negation of P. So this contrapositive becomes if then our Q statement. So if current does not decreases then voltage does not increases. Instead of that you can write here if current increases then voltage decreases. So in this way we can write here inverse, converse and contrapositive. So remember the sequence. First is converse, symbolically it is Q implies P. Then inverse, negation P implies negation Q. And finally contrapositive, negation Q implies negation P. Write one more statement for homework, that is if surface area decreases then pressure increases. Then pressure. So remember here, this conditional statement converse, inverse and contrapositive exists only for conditional statement or implication, that is P implies Q.